India's nuclear journey is a fascinating and complex narrative, intertwined with aspirations of national security, technological prowess, and global influence. From its early experiments in the 1950s, driven by the vision of scientific advancement, to its emergence as a declared nuclear weapon state in 1998, India's nuclear program has been shaped by a unique set of historical, political, and strategic considerations. This essay delves into the key milestones of India's nuclear journey, analyzing the motivations, challenges, and implications of its pursuit of nuclear capabilities. It examines the pivotal events such as the 1974 and 1998 nuclear tests that marked turning points in India's nuclear trajectory. Furthermore, the essay explores the intricate web of international collaborations and confrontations that influenced India's nuclear program. It also delves into the regional dynamics, particularly the complex relationship with Pakistan, that were profoundly impacted by India's nuclear decisions. Ultimately, this exploration aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of India's nuclear journey, its current status as a nuclear power, and its future aspirations in the evolving global order. May 18, 1974 etched a significant mark on India's history as the desert sands of Pokhran witnessed the nation's first nuclear test, codenamed Smiling Buddha. While officially declared a peaceful nuclear explosion, the test was a clear demonstration of India's technological capability to build and detonate a nuclear device. This event had profound implications for India's global standing, marking its entry into the exclusive club of nuclear-capable nations. It was a testament to the vision of Homi J. Bhabha, the architect of India's nuclear program, and the dedicated efforts of Indian scientists. The test sent ripples across the international community, eliciting mixed reactions. Some viewed it as a necessary step for India to assert its strategic autonomy in a world marked by Cold War tensions. Others expressed concerns about the potential for a nuclear arms race, particularly in the volatile South Asian region. Smiling Buddha, while presented as a peaceful demonstration, laid the foundation for India's future nuclear trajectory and sparked debates about the ethics and implications of nuclear proliferation. It remains a subject of scholarly analysis, with ongoing discussions about its true purpose and long-term consequences. Over 2 decades after Smiling Buddha, India conducted a series of 5 nuclear tests in May 1998, known as Pokhran II. This time, there was no ambiguity in India's intentions. The tests were a bold declaration of India's arrival as a nuclear weapons state, signaling a significant shift in its strategic posture. The tests were conducted under the leadership of Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, who proclaimed that India had entered the nuclear club. This assertive stance was driven by a confluence of factors, including domestic political considerations, perceived security threats, and a desire to be recognized as a global power. Pokhran II drew immediate international condemnation, with many countries imposing sanctions on India. The United States, in particular, expressed strong disapproval and implemented economic and technological sanctions. The tests also heightened tensions with Pakistan, which responded by conducting its own nuclear tests just days later. Despite facing international pressure and criticism, India remained resolute in its decision. Pokhran II marked a watershed moment in India's nuclear history, solidifying its nuclear capabilities and significantly altering the regional security landscape. India's nuclear ambitions were not solely driven by security concerns or geopolitical calculations. They were deeply rooted in a complex interplay of historical experiences, cultural factors, and a quest for strategic autonomy. India's colonial past, marked by subjugation and exploitation, instilled a deep-seated desire for self-reliance and independence in all spheres, including defense. The experience of colonialism fostered a sense of vulnerability and a determination to never again be at the mercy of external powers. Furthermore, India's cultural and philosophical ethos, with its emphasis on knowledge, self-reliance, and the pursuit of scientific excellence, played a significant role in shaping its nuclear aspirations. The pursuit of nuclear technology was seen as a symbol of national pride and a testament to India's scientific capabilities. This interplay of historical, cultural and strategic factors created a fertile ground for the development of India's nuclear program. It was driven by a vision of India as a self-reliant power, capable of charting its own course in the world, free from external pressures and constraints. Section 5: International Collaborations, Seeds of Nuclear Capability. While India's nuclear program was ultimately a product of indigenous efforts, international collaborations played a crucial role in its early development. In the 1950s and 1960s, India received assistance from countries like Canada and the United States, which provided technology and materials that contributed to India's nuclear infrastructure. Canada's assistance came in the form of the Cyrus research reactor, supplied in 1956, which played a pivotal role in India's plutonium production capabilities. The United States, under the Atoms for Peace program, provided heavy water for India's research reactors, further aiding its nuclear advancements. These collaborations, although initially intended for peaceful purposes, inadvertently provided India with the technological foundations upon which it could build its nuclear weapons program. The knowledge and experience gained from these collaborations proved invaluable in India's subsequent pursuit of nuclear weapons capability. Section 6: Non-alignment and nuclear treaties, a principled stand. India's position on nuclear weapons and non-proliferation treaties has been marked by a steadfast commitment to its policy of non-alignment and a pursuit of strategic autonomy. India has consistently refused to sign the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, or NPT, and the Comprehensive Test Ban Treaty, or CTBT, arguing that these treaties are discriminatory and perpetuate a global nuclear order dominated by a few powerful nations. India's stance stems from its belief that the NPT creates a system of nuclear haves and have-nots, unfairly restricting the nuclear aspirations of countries like India, while allowing existing nuclear powers to maintain their arsenals. India argues that the NPT does not address the need for universal nuclear disarmament, which it views as the only true guarantee against nuclear threats. Similarly, India's refusal to sign the CTBT is rooted in its belief that the treaty does not adequately address India's security concerns and does not provide a clear roadmap for complete nuclear disarmament. India maintains that it will not be bound by treaties that it perceives as detrimental to its national interests and strategic autonomy. Section 7: The US response from cooperation to sanctions. The United States' response to India's nuclear program has evolved over the decades, shifting from initial cooperation to subsequent sanctions, and eventually to a strategic partnership that acknowledges India's status as a responsible nuclear power. In the early years of India's nuclear program, the US provided assistance under the Atoms for Peace program, viewing India as a potential partner in peaceful nuclear energy development. However, the 1974 Pokhran test led to a reassessment of US policy, with concerns growing about India's nuclear ambitions. Following the 1998 Pokhran II tests, the US imposed economic and technological sanctions on India, expressing strong disapproval of its nuclear weapons program. However, the US also recognized India's strategic significance in the region and the need to engage with it constructively. In the 21st century, the US-India relationship has undergone a significant transformation, evolving into a strategic partnership characterized by growing cooperation in various sectors, including defense, trade, and technology. The US has also granted India a waiver from the Nuclear Suppliers Group, or NSG, enabling it to engage in nuclear commerce with other countries. Section 8: Regional ripples, the Indo-Pak nuclear dynamic. India's nuclear tests, particularly the 1998 Pokhran II tests, had a profound impact on regional dynamics, especially its relationship with Pakistan. The tests exacerbated existing tensions and insecurities, leading to a nuclear arms race in South Asia. Pakistan, which had long harbored its own nuclear ambitions, viewed India's nuclear tests as a direct threat to its security. In response, Pakistan conducted its own nuclear tests just weeks later, signaling its determination to achieve nuclear parity with India. The nuclearization of South Asia has created a complex and volatile security environment, with both India and Pakistan possessing nuclear weapons, and the potential for escalation in times of crisis. The two countries have fought several wars and continue to engage in intermittent conflicts, raising concerns about the possibility of a nuclear confrontation. Despite the risks, both India and Pakistan have taken steps to manage the nuclear dynamic, establishing communication channels and confidence-building measures to reduce the risk of accidental or unauthorized use of nuclear weapons. However, the situation remains fragile and the potential for miscalculation or escalation cannot be ignored. Section 9. India's nuclear present, modernization and minimum deterrence. India today stands as a nuclear weapons state with a sophisticated and expanding nuclear arsenal. It continues to modernize its nuclear capabilities, developing a range of delivery systems, including ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and aircraft capable of carrying nuclear warheads. India's nuclear doctrine is based on the principle of minimum credible deterrence, which means maintaining a nuclear arsenal sufficient to deter any potential adversary from attacking India with nuclear weapons. India has also adopted a no-first-use policy, pledging not to be the first to use nuclear weapons in a conflict. India's nuclear program is shrouded in secrecy, and it does not publicly disclose details about its nuclear arsenal or its nuclear doctrine. However, it is estimated that India possesses a significant number of nuclear warheads and is continuing to expand its nuclear capabilities. As India's economy grows and its global influence expands, its nuclear program is likely to remain a key element of its national security strategy. India is also seeking to play a more prominent role in global nuclear governance, advocating for universal nuclear disarmament and greater inclusion of non-NPT states in international nuclear decision-making processes.